Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Hey, yo.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's do this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains. They're large and heavy.
Far too...
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
This sounds like a convincing idea.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement.
Is someone else here?
You try the door. Your shouts and pleas are met. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
No.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier.
Easier for whom?
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang. It's the blade from upstairs.
Or we could use it to free her.
You won't like what happens.
What if I play her right in this part? We are going to save. Play the princess.
Without hesitation, bring the blade. The wound drives her to the ground.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Who's the manipulator now?
The princess
Okay,
pushes away from
okay.
you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by it.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
I'm not so sure.
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
We can still turn this around.
Okay, save. Okay, give up. Just the stairs lock.
The princess is still chained to the wall. There's nothing she can do to stop you from getting out of it.
What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds?
We are getting out of
she
here.
is so much more dangerous than I thought she'd be.
You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You're safe. For now. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with a heavy wooden table that...
Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing,
wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there.
Ooh,
You make things easier on yourself and let me out.
yo, I'm the demon here. You cannot do this.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, many options. I don't like when they give so many options. Okay, there are only 4. Tell me all you want. Well, this is my guilt conscience. Whatever you are not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you. No, that doesn't sound good to both of us. Bang on the door all you want. It'll only make you bleed out faster. Yeah, that makes sense, but I don't know what she is. She's not a human. Also, ignore her. Good. That is a worse idea. That is the worst thing. This makes sense.
Do you think a couple of cuts is enough to do me in? I'm not as frail as you think.
You put the princess's threats out
Okay.
of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Oh,
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Whose side are you on?
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
yes, you can.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
उसका हाथ फिर से जुड़ गया. उसका रिकवरी कैसा है ये?
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The nightmare.
The interior of the
What?
cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the
What?
walls almost featureless. The only
there?
furniture of note is a lone table,
I
knocked
see
on
the
its
eyes.
side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
She's already out. She is already out.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This mirror was not here before. इस मिरर पर कुछ दिखेगा क्या? ये मिरर को तोड़ना है.
Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
क्या वो टूट गया क्या? अरे ये भूत जैसे क्या खड़ा है?
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it. You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the prince. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it going
Steel
to be
can't lie
enough,
to
though?
us.
Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife?
Wait,
Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
yeah, सही बोल रहा है अपना paranoid. It didn't say anything about the wall and the mirror.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is...
Once, why would you lie about being a mirror? Clearly right there. What's point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
तो तेरे को पता है कि वहाँ पर मिरर है? Approach the mirror.
Very different. He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on it.
Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
It
I
disappears.
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Yeah. I agree. Now we go inside.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Yeah. We need a range weapon, like killing her from long range. We're going to talk to her. Can we save? I wanna save the game a lot.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that.
You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Okay. We are not doing this.
You
We're
turn
going
back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined
What?
path lies before you.
It's a trap then.
There you are.
Okay.
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
The nightmare. Okay, let's go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
As the princess approaches, this. What?
Okay, we got again nightmare and
You.
he comes anyway. Do nothing.
Decide it's best to do nothing.
There you are.
Okay.
I told you I was going to find you.
Goodbye. What about here? Step off. Boy.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten.
This is a horrible trap. What about here? Finish the job. Give up. Oh, we ran out to upstairs, right? Finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer.
Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen?
Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling?
You take a collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken.
Oh, she's still alive.
One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and that terrifying conviction in her words.
But you don't have the time left to worry about such things. Everything goes black.
The witch. Ooh, a different ending.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that,
What
almost
happened?
as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Save. Here.
That's because there isn't a mirror. But he says that. You walk up to the wall next to the bed. This really isn't. You reach for. Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
It's thick and wet. It's thick and wet.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Hey yo. What happened? What happened?
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
So this time remembers.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps,
What
entering the
is
dark
happening?
room below. A fire crackles in the center of the room, casting unsettling shadows across the dirt walls. The princess crouches on the other side.
What?
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
How does she remember that? Like मेरे को नहीं पता था कि वो उसको याद रहेगा. Anyway, she look kind of friendly. The witch. Okay. That was the other ending. If we give up,
See if the princess.
they're just going to
This is the
die.
end. Before you can. Your
The
honor.
beast.
Your.
Proceed to the
There's
cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous
But
and
this is
dilapidated.
different.
It feels like no one has lived here for a long time.
When we give
Wind
up,
rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture. The. No blade. I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden
Different.
staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
it's not thick and warm like last time.
She growls up the stairs.
I mean thick and wet.
I can smell you.
Oh yes,
She sounds almost feral,
feral.
impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness,
What
giving
is
the
that?
illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. A chain rattles in the underbrush, and as its links drag across the floor, you see pieces of... Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not
It's not a
helping.
princess.
It doesn't matter what she is. It only
only matters what she does.
Voice of the hunted.
She emerges,
Ooh.
her shining eyes and glistening claws visible in the gloom, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Now that's wild.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
The beast.